Welcome to Project Next. This is the Thrive edition, and I'm here with my dear buddy, Dean Graziosi, and together we're going to begin this journey. Listen, I really want to first just compliment you. This is a pretty crazy time we're in around the world, and there's so much uncertainty, whether it's inflation or whether it's wondering, politically where things are going to go. We have a lot of conflicts around the wars. And so in the middle of all that, it's hard sometimes for people to have an idea of how they can take control of their life. Most of us tend to focus on what we can't control. We focus on what's missing from our lives. And what that does is it kills your momentum. And so what we want to do in this course is not only show you the tools and the strategies, but also get you to adopt the philosophy, the mindset that's going to cause you to be able to succeed in this environment. Because, Warren Buffett was interviewed just recently. He does this once a year, as I'm sure you know. And the big question everybody was asking, some of the most successful people in the world, is what's going to happen to this world? What's happening with inflation? And he went on and on about inflation's probably going to continue. It's probably going to get a little tougher. He talked a little bit about how the Fed may start to tighten things. It might throw us into recession. But it's a season, and no season lasts forever. Think about it. No war lasts forever. No pandemic lasts forever. It's winter we're in right now. But if you understand winter and you take advantage of winter when everybody else is afraid, you'll be the leader in the field. I started my business in 1977, literally when I was 17 years old. And at the time, interest rates went to 18.5%. Everybody is saying, nobody's hiring anybody. There's no jobs. We have this problem with inflation. We have this problem throughout the economy. There was so much fear and uncertainty. And yet I did well at that time. And so here I am, 45 years later, still have the privilege to serve people. And so one of the things he said is if you want to be successful during inflationary times, two things you got to know. One, you really got to focus on developing a skill. Whatever your skill is, if you become the best at something, doctor, lawyer, teacher, coach, whatever it is, you don't have to worry about what happens to the currency because you will always be in demand. My original teacher, Jim Rohn, used to say, your gifts will make room for you. But for things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. For you to really master your life, you got to figure out how to become more valuable to people. And this course is going to show you how to find that information, that set of experiences that are inside of you, and then show you how to convert that into something that really touches people's lives. It's pretty exciting. The second thing he said is you want to own your own business, but a business that doesn't have a bunch of overhead, where you don't have to buy more equipment every 3 years because that equipment's going to get more and more expensive because of inflation. And you have the ideal business here where it's either something you know or someone you know that you can report on. If you know my book, Money Master the Game, that book was me just going and interviewing 50 of the smartest financial people in the world, Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, Carl Icahn, and figuring out what did they do, synthesizing it and sharing it with people. It became #1 book. It's still the #1 financial book of this century, only 22 years into this century, but it's still there. And it wasn't even my content. So you can report or you can find your own core content, and we're going to take you on that journey together in a way that I promise you will be profound and enjoyable and allow you to take baby steps. You don't have to take giant risks, which is the beautiful part of this.
Thank you for that. And the way we set this course up, we've been in this together for over 65 years. Crazy, like you said. You started when you were 7, right? I was 12, but we've been in this a long time. And not only did it's not like we used to be in the business. We get to create, look what we're sitting in this amazing studio right now that was a dream of Tony's, and we converted online. We're still doing the biggest things out there. So it wasn't like we used to do it. We're cutting edge. But we also remember what it was like when we first started, when you have self-doubt, when you have fear, when in today's world they call it imposter syndrome. Am I good enough? I don't have a following. Will this work for me? Am I too old? Am I too young? Do I live in the right area? I don't understand technology. We truly get all that because we have this depth of experience. So just know that this entire course is designed to meet you right where you are. We want this to be the course that makes it real, the last course you ever have to buy on this topic, because we have a framework that we're calling the EEC framework. I like to call it the Cheers framework. Cheers, remember?
Everybody
Cheers
knows your name.
Everybody knows your name and they're glad you came,
Yeah,
right?
That's right?
So I want you to hear the 3 things that are really important, and all the instructions are here, and I'm going to encourage you, schedule it. Right? What do you always say, Tony? When you schedule it, it becomes real.
That's right. You dream about it, you're just talking about it, but when you schedule it, it's real. That's when it comes to life.
So schedule this time, and the 3 pieces, and there's a 4th, is of the EEC framework is the education. That's what this is. This is the immersion. This course, we're going to get you in the right mindset so you don't talk yourself out of it, so you become unstoppable, but then you're going to learn the tools you need to unlock exactly what to sell or fine-tune it if you're already in this industry, who to sell it to, how to communicate, but then you're going to get the exact process on where to implement, where to sell it, how to sell through service, not through some cheesy sales pitch, how to deliver it with confidence. All of those pieces that maybe you thought were overwhelming, one step at a time through this course, you're going to uncover. And the only way it doesn't work is if you don't work it, if you give up on you. So go back to module 1 if you have to get in the right mindset. So you're going to have the education. That's the first E. The second is the entertainment. The entertainment, if you have a Netflix account, I'm guessing you stay because you can't wait. Every month there's a new movie or a new series. And if Netflix just said, hey, we have hundreds of thousands of movies, we're not adding any for a year, they'd be doing worse than they're kind of doing right now, right? You want that next new thing. So the entertainment, know that our team and myself, we go live on a regular basis weekly to keep you engaged, to share you the breakthroughs, to enter conversations going on in your mind. And that's why I think when Tony and I decided to do this, it's become a movement. I believe we've impacted more people's lives in the last 3 years than anyone in this space because we understand the education you need and the ongoing entertainment.
You know, when you and I started this business, it was really expensive to start. I mean, I remember doing my first seminar and it's like, you know, I spent all this money, I sent all these brochures, you had to pay for all that stuff and print and mail it, rent this room, going through all that stuff. And guess what? I thought there'd be 500 people and I'm waiting at 7:30 and there's nobody there, 7:45, 7 people showed up. So we've been through all the wars and we can show you how to cut to what's available today that is so much easier to succeed. But the community is a big part of it as well.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The byproduct of the community we built here may be the strongest part of why so many people are having success. And I'm going to encourage you to be a part of something bigger than yourself. Plug in. Go, all the instructions are below. Go to the Facebook group. Say hi. Share your tough days. Share your good days. See all the people that are having success every day. And don't look at, oh, they could do it. I don't think I can. Look through the lens of, wow, they did it. That means I can. Right? Just that little shift will change everything. And the last piece is we've obsessed for 3 years to make Mastermind.com. Basically, don't even look at it as a software. It's your implementation tool. When we take you through this journey, when you have the education and the entertainment and you're a part of it and it's time to go, we built a tool to get you out there to the world to start making sales in about 30 minutes. We realize how crazy it is out there. So we've worked really hard to put all the pieces together. We feel blessed with all the success. We feel fortunate that you've given us not only your money, but your time. And we don't take that lightly. You're a part of an amazing community and a part of an industry, no matter where the world goes or the economic winter that might be coming, no matter how bad that winter is, this is an industry exponentially growing. You have a story or you've learned something from someone else that other people need. You get to bridge the gap in their life. You get to impact others and create success for you and your family. So we're so grateful to have you here. Now schedule the time, follow the process, and let's make it real.
And guess what? This is the beginning of a journey. It's not a trip. A trip is boring. A trip you can anticipate. A trip is the same every time. This is going to be a journey of discovery of what's going on inside of you, about how you can reach out to people. You're going to master whole new areas of your life. But the secret is just do a little step at a time. You won't get overwhelmed. And begin with step 1 by going down the list here and beginning right now. We're really, really excited to share this with you and also to see your journey, to go on you with this journey and see how your life transforms as you begin to master yourself and this new business that is growing geometrically around the world. Blessings to you and welcome.